everybody. Welcome to another episode of the PhazeCast. My name is Joe. This is my
Were you about to call me your comrade?
I was about to call you my comrade, compatriot, ally, partner, friend in many aspects. Eric, say hi. Eric. Say hi to the people.
I'm gonna play Moscow now because you called me your comrade.
Why?
You know that song?
Russia
Moscow,
sucks.
Moscow.
No, I don't.
From Eurovision.
No, I don't.
What? You would like that.
Eric, I think I probably would like it. I think you have more Eurovision things just because of who your wife is.
That is so.
I mean, I don't want to call that out, but
so you know Planet of the Bass.
All of a dream.
Yeah. So she's been having a little bit of an interesting time with that because I feel like that song is making fun of exactly her taste.
Yeah. Did you guys? There's a film that involves that. That's all I really want to say. It's like it was on a streaming platform.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed the fuck out of that movie.
I am just tired of Will Ferrell. But
ooh.
She did a thing where she got real wistful for Eurovision for a second the other day. And we watched like 6 Eurovision songs, and Genghis Khan was the big one. But I was thinking about, I think Moscow's from Eurovision too.
I have a question because I have never watched Eurovision. The only thing I know is like the songs from it and also the movie that I watched. Is it true that they only do the one song throughout the whole competition?
I think so. I don't know if they like come back. I've never like sat and watched it. You know,
okay. Well, I thought they just keep performing it.
They're like, and once again.
Yeah, no, I thought that was what it was.
It's Genghis Khan with Genghis Khan. Maybe. I wouldn't be surprised, I guess.
Imagine getting a whole like boost and celebration from your country for one song.
I mean, that's what happens, you know.
Yeah. I thought you could have at least like made an album, I guess. I don't know.
Let's see. How many times do they perform the same song on Eurovision? They're selected through a national selection show. Oh, so they each have... That's interesting. So it sounds like each country has like its own Eurovision, like American Idol before. That's crazy.
Yeah. It's a whole fucking thing.
Huh. I don't know about the actual event though. I feel like they just perform it once for like the actual event. They like just go through each country.
That's cool.
But cool. you would like those songs.
I'm a big music fan, and I have a great and wide, varied taste, like some people on this channel.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
Have you seen? I made a big list of albums.
No, I didn't see what
I'm counting them down on TikTok.
You don't pay me to look at your other content.
What?
What?
I don't pay you? I don't pay you anything. Are you implying that I pay other people to do that?
Wait, you're not getting paid?
Is that people watch. Actually, it's been weird. I haven't gotten views on a video in a long time. It's
algorithm's fucking weird right now.
Yeah,
but
it's just a thing.
Also, you're not funny, so.
That's not true. That's simply not true.
That's simply not true.
People find me funny.
I love it when any comedian, when they're told they're not funny, is just, that's simply not true.
I'm not a comedian, but I think that people find me funny.
Yeah, of course.
But no, I started a little list. You should check it out because
a little list.
It's varied.
Okay. Like, is it like, what's the format of this? Do you like just, this is an album I like, and these are
the reasons why.
Oh.
And then I pick a
13
favorite,
reasons?
and then I pick a favorite song. They're not 13 reasons.
Okay.
This is,
Okay.
This
Okay.
is. There are,
Oh, then you pick a favorite song from the album?
yeah.
That's pretty cool. That's a neat
Yeah.
little way of doing it. And where can we find you doing this? On TikTok?
Well, you can
At
find it
Zigny?
It's yeah, I guess. Well, my name is Zigny, but my handle is Phazon Games, so it's just Phazon Games. It's always been Phazon Games.
Oh, okay. Well, you can find that content at PhazeCast Games on TikTok.
Have you been playing Pokemon Sleep?
Do I get money now? Yes.
What? Money for what?
Motherfucker, hold on. Everybody hold your fucking horses for the people at home who are only listening on the podcast for some reason instead of watching the video or listening to the video in the background. I fucking just got a boy this morning and I'm still freaking out about it because what happened this morning should not have happened. I honestly, truly believe that. I don't understand how it happened based on my past Pokemon Sleep experiences. So Pokemon Sleep, you wake up, there are Pokemon sleeping around, and it's usually like 4 or 5. And, occasionally you'll get one who's super hungry, so that way when you feed it, you'll be able to catch it easier, right? That's Pokemon Sleep. Not only did I have 6 Pokemon show up today when I woke up this morning, I had 2 Pokemon that were hungry. 2. One of them was this guy right here, a little shiny Ivysaur.
Whoa, shiny!
I got a shiny Ivysaur. You haven't got a shiny Pokemon yet?
No, I barely.
Oh.
I mean, I barely scratched the surface here.
Well, maybe you should be sleeping better.
I haven't even. I haven't even looked at my sleep from 2 days ago. That's sort of part of the problem. Is I wake up and I'm like, I don't want to analyze this sleep for 20 minutes.
It doesn't take 20 minutes. Just fucking do the thing. Anyway, Ivysaur. And then I caught a Psyduck, a Krogunk, and a Houndour.
Ooh.
I caught 4 Pokemon this morning, which is wild. The Psyduck was also hungry, and because I didn't hit the sleep button the day before, I got an extra sleep biscuit. And the Psyduck was hungry, and so was the Ivysaur. When I gave them a sleep biscuit, a snack biscuit, the bonus one, it just they fucking loved it like it was a master biscuit or something. And I got 2 full Pokemon immediately. The Houndour was one I had fed before because apparently sometimes if you feed them and they come back to sleep with you, they'll come back. So he still liked me. So I only had to give him a little thing. I just ended up with 4 fucking Pokemon I didn't realize I was going to, and it was rad. Really, really, really was a good way to wake up.
I'm glad you're enjoying Pokemon Sleep because it just confuses me.
I don't know why it confuses you. You sleep
they
and
throw
then you wake up.
so many numbers at me. Look at this. Already there's a number. 16?
Ever? Jesus, that's
no. But seriously, okay. So it gives me the date or the time.
Yeah.
It's fucking gross. And then I go to this thing, it gives me a sleep graph, which, by the way, part of the problem here is that it always thinks that I'm sleeping lightly because I leave my phone on at least vibrate.
That's not the problem at all. That's not it.
Well, it picks up every time that my phone goes.
Put it on silent.
I know. What if there's an emergency? I'll miss it.
I guess. I mean, I don't put mine on. No.
My parents are old.
Alarms.
What if my mom falls and
just
can't get up?
Okay, just turn off the vibrate function. But also,
then
that's not
it picks
a
up
thing.
the noise.
If you put it on the bed with you, you're fine.
No, it picks it up. It's on the bed with me.
No, listen. I've had that issue.
Then it gives me a sleep. This means nothing to me. Snoozing type? What the fuck does that mean? What does that mean?
Eric, you're just willfully ignorant.
What's this? Drowsy power? Another number.
Yep.
What? It's in the millions. Doesn't mean shit to me. I've got 3 million drowsy power.
You don't have 3 million.
I do. Look.
Oh, nice.
And then there's those other numbers. What the fuck are those numbers?
Eric.
Snorlax strength, sleep score down.
Did you question numbers like this when you played video games growing up too? When you played the Pac-Man? When you played the Galaga?
The Pac-Man has a single number that is an aggregate score of your pellet eating. That's it. Oh, a Wobbuffet. Nice. Fuck yeah.
And that's Pokemon. There you go.
And then what are these numbers? God, my phone is. How come it won't get cleaner?
I don't know. You have dirty pants that you're trying to clean it off of, so it doesn't.
Look at
do
there's
shit.
two numbers. There's two numbers down there. Focus on those numbers.
Yeah, those happen. Numbers
29.
happen.
There's 29 notepads and 31
Eric,
gold
how
chips.
long have you played Pokemon?
Since I was like 6.
Since you were like 6. Pokemon has a bunch of random numbers all the time. All the time. They've always had it. Between your IVs, your EVs, between secret stats, between all this other shit, there's a bunch of numbers. At the end of the day, Eric, you catch Pokemon and you fucking evolve them and you have a good time. This is a fucking passive game. You're just trying to find something to complain about.
It doesn't feel passive. It feels like I have to do a lot of work.
No.
Oh, Diglett.
And then you get those. Oh, have you seen the Wiglet plushie? Why is that?
Yeah!
Why is...
Yeah!
Well, I don't say yeah. It's for kids. That's for kids.
Yeah. Little...
Can we all... Actually, hold on. I would like to say something. Can we all agree that Pokemon is stopped being for kids a long time ago?
No, actually, I don't agree because I think that that's still the appeal of the like mainline games. They're pretty simple, and kids play them all the time.
Yeah, but why is there tournaments and shit?
I don't know. Kids go to those. I went to.
Yeah, they do, but they don't stay in the top.
When I was a kid.
Oh yeah, I've got some guys in my Digimon TCG who a couple of them are judges for the Pokemon TCG. So. They get to judge events sometimes, and they talk about it. They're trying to get me to play this new format in the Pokemon TCG.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's called the GLC, the Gym Leader Challenge. So it's a lot like a Commander in Pokemon. I mean, in MTG. Which, for those who don't know, Commander is a variant of Magic the Gathering, where you're only allowed a single copy of every card except for land. There's also some other rules, but that's the basic rule of it, and that's the same thing with the GLC. The Gym Leader Challenge is you're only allowed one card with the same name, except for energy, and you have to pick a single type.
Huh.
Yeah.
How do you evolve, then?
What do you mean?
Like, you can only have one card per card?
Yeah, so if you have a Pikachu in your deck, you only have one Pikachu.
Yeah, but then how do you get to Raichu? You gotta draw,
You gotta draw the Raichu, yeah.
Damn, really?
I mean, Pokemon has... If I remember, Pokemon has a fucking really dumb search mechanic right now. Like, everybody, you're just looking through your deck for your shit anyway.
That's true. That's fair. There are cards that, yeah, that's the problem with Pokemon, man. There are two problems with Pokemon. One, the trainers make it so that you just, basically everybody has the same trainers, and you just look through your deck constantly. And two, the fucking power creep, man. They should have never introduced EX cards in the first place.
Apparently because I was talking to the two guys who are judges. They introduced some cards that actually fuck with EX and V cards, like Pokemon, to try and fix the format. And they said it's a lot better now, but we still only play GLC as opposed to like mainline decks.
I would like to try that because I did like Pokemon Online for a second, and everybody has the same exact deck. It's got like this Ghost Giratina in it that you just search your deck for, and the second you find it, you fucking win. It's the stupidest game.
That's the problem with a lot of TCGs.
Definitely.
They get to that. That one's a really bad searcher. MTG is so vast, so the problem with MTG is that the community is just kind of toxic, and that's they just keep printing. It's I could go on and on about MTG. But that's every card game.
No, it is. Recently, I said to friend of the channel, Kevin, I pitched him $1 million idea. I said, Kevin, you and I together are going to make a trading card game that does not have power creep.
That's impossible.
Figure out the rest. And he never did, which is like, come on, man. You're not going to put in your half of the work?
Why would... First off, I'm insulted. I'm insulted.
What?
I am the TCG guy. That's me.
I made Kevin go to the tournaments with me when we were kids.
I don't care. I know I'd be a better person to ask than Kevin.
Kevin,
what the fuck? Kevin's great, and he's smart.
Well, will you?
But he would
with
fuck
power
no,
creep,
because that's impossible.
Listen, here's the
you
idea.
can't make a game without power creep. That's
everybody gets
CCG.
Everybody gets a little guy, and that little guy gets attached to them, and then when the little guy gets attached to them, they become a super guy. And they're like little Glorbuses, and when you have to find the little guys in your deck.
What?
That's all. You know, one time, listen, and this is in all seriousness. One time when I was maybe a teenager, I put together this whole fucking card game based on Bionicle because that's what I did with my time. And there was
move along like I know you do.
What does All American Rejects have to do with Bionicle? Were they in the movie?
A lot of the commercials involved that song. One of the
really? I don't remember that.
Commercials was that song.
Really?
Yeah.
The Bionicle was its own world. They didn't have All American Rejects in it.
For a commercial for Bionicle, they were flying around shooting each other, and the Move Along song was playing.
So the mechanic of this game, and I don't remember it really specifically, but most of it had to do with applying the masks and the little guys to the other cards. And I had a pretty neat equipment system going on, and then I lost all the files to the things, and then I got so mad. And ever since then, I've kind of been like, I'm gonna make an equipment-based trading card game.
It's called Flesh and Blood, and it's smelly.
What does that mean?
Well,
it's smelly. I mean, they're all smelly.
There's not enough flesh and blood players for me to actually care. So Flesh and Blood is a card game, right? Where the deck is mostly filler, commons and uncommons bullshit, but you have a starting equipment section essentially. And your starting equipment is where all the money's at. Most people's decks, they have I don't know, some of the cards are just stupid dumb in pricing for equipment. And that's how you build a good deck. It's your starting equipment, and then you put your shitters out later. But that's Flesh and Blood. Is just, having a bunch of equipment out and then bringing the shitters in later. Flesh and Blood, every time I go to a place that has Flesh and Blood or there are Flesh and Blood players, that's the extra smell. That's the extra sweat. That's the extra...
I know it.
Comic-Con sour cream and onion and sweat mixture that I'm not a fan of.
I know it.
Yeah.
I know it.
Yeah. And I was just oh. I thought the Digimon players were going to be, but no, we're good here, actually, which is surprising. All nice. The Digimon players I know in Colorado they get high in between rounds, so it's fucking whatever. That's the smell. That's the smell.
That's all right. So we're gonna make a card game. It's gonna be called Little Glorbus. Yannika's gonna do the art.
Oh, okay.
And it'll be great. Coming to Kickstarter this week. Are you gonna play Lorcana, the Disney one?
I've played Lorcana.
What do you mean you played Lorcana? How did you get cards? I haven't fucking.
I have. They out? No, they're not out. But I'm in the TCG community, and we have some people at the shore.
Yeah. They've been doing preview events. Yeah.
Well, no. Well, they went to Gen Con, and this guy has 2-3 decks that he made from buying all that stuff.
Whoa.
But yeah. So I was able to play it. It's fun. It's very simple right now, but it's fun. I can see the appeal of it because first off, it's Disney, so Disney money. Second off, it's like Magic, obviously. It's very because it's a resource-based game, but the things that they change about it that are cool are that one, it's a race to get to 20 instead of just kill someone down from 20, and 2 is that the creatures and everything on the board, right, damage is permanent instead of being healed at the end of the turn. So it makes it a real fucking slobber knocker, if I'm being honest. So
a what?
A slobber knocker.
A what?
tough as a $2 steak some of these decks have to be in order to, take all the shit. But no, yeah, I'm a big, like, listen, Gen Con was great. My roommate got me some of these. These are super shiny. Bam. But these are, it's a Bandai promo set of the cards. There's Broly. I'm not a fan of the Dragon Ball card game. There's Vmon from the Digimon card game. They all have alternate art. So that's Vmon eating some ramen. I fucking love it. And you know this boy. Monkey D. Luffy.
That's Straw Hat
Chibi Luffy. And then I don't know. I don't play Battle Spirit Saga, but that's just a dragon.
I don't know what that is.
Neither do I. Battle Spirit Saga is not my thing. I play Digimon. I was going to play the One Piece card game. I was kind of excited about it. But the guys at the... Let me refocus here. The guys at the shop are like, One Piece is fine. It's fun. But it's essentially like you might as well both show each other your opening hand because whoever has the better opening hand just wins the game.
Oh, that sucks.
And I'm like, oh, well, nah, I'm good.
See, that's why Little Glorbus is going to have balance and no power.
Little Glorbus is going to have balance, dude. I'm actually about to... Shout out to my boy David. I'm about to actually go into the shop today and buy some cards that, honestly, I probably will have no interest playing, but I want to support and I'll fucking learn how to play the game. They're kickstarting a card game. It's called Alpha Clash. Well, it's already been kickstarted. But Alpha Clash is a lore-driven, fast-paced, super-powered brawl.
Ooh.
Yeah. There's, the art seems pretty cool. It's all like almost superhero-y versus villainy, and you're basically like you have a commander, and you're just having a big old brawl in the middle of a city. They're definitely, you can tell that they're fans of Yu-Gi-Oh and Magic when this game was like being made, because you have like a lead guy, you can like have trap cards, there's field spells, It's pretty fun, honestly, from what I've seen and played. I just, I think it's a beginning set, and like all TCG, the first few, like the first one or two sets are so like basic, that it's hard for me to really like. If you guys remember old Pokemon cards, compared to what Pokemon does now, it's just so long. It takes so long, and there's nothing cool.
And to get back
just
to
like
my
old
original
Yu-Gi-Oh,
complaint,
they're all just non-effect monsters with numbers.
Yeah, but I don't know. I was playing in like a league when Nintendo took over from Wizards of the Coast, and I did not care for that, man. I did not care for that. Like Wizards of the Coast ones, it's simple, but I don't know. I thought that required more strategy because there wasn't a clear path to victory. It was more about like actually getting the cards out of your deck and doing some damage. And the damage was more balanced and the attacks were more balanced. And you could have like a Blastoise, and that Blastoise might fucking lose. And I like that.
Yeah. Which to bring it back to Lorcana, I mean, that's kind of like the cool thing about that too, with damage being permanent instead of healing, like in Magic.
Yeah.
It's got that aspect. Plus the art on the Lorcana cards is really good.
It does look nice, yeah.
There's something called shifting, which is essentially evolving in the game. So I saw a Stitch card.
Who shifts?
Everybody shifts, I think. They have the potential to shift. So I saw a Stitch card, right? He's Stitch, he does things. And then there was a different Stitch card that you could play on top of that for a reduced cost. And it's just Stitch playing a ukulele. But he had different abilities and he was stronger. So I'm like, oh, okay. So it's a cheaper way to get higher cost cards out. And I assume as the sets go forward, you're going to see more like less everywhere you can pull a card from decks, and more like this is a Lilo and Stitch deck because Stitch does this, or
that'll be cool.
This is a Three Musketeer deck because my buddy has a promo Musketeer Mickey Musketeer card, and it says your other Musketeers get this, and I'm like, oh, are there other Musketeers? He's like, no, I haven't seen any other Musketeers. Oh, well, that thing is going to get built into that. That's okay.
Wow, that'll be cool.
Yeah, listen, man, I'm a big fan of cardboard and pretending the numbers on the cardboard mean things.
So
I like the art.
Little Glorbus will be a little bit like Spore, where you got to build a little guy. And then a little bit like Pikmin, where you gotta throw those guys at other guys that look like they're from the movie Fantastic Planet.
Here's what you do. It's a 50-card deck, right?
Okay.
And we're gonna shuffle that deck up. Shuffle.
Okay.
You draw. You plant 6 cards from the top of your deck first. And you plant those 6, right?
Okay.
And those are your guys. Those are your starting guys.
Those are your Glorbus.
Those are your Glorbuses. Those are your Glorbs. They're not Glorbuses yet. They're just your Glorbs. And then you have the farmer. We're gonna have farmer cards. That's the start. You are the farmer. Okay? So we'll say Farmer Joe is my farmer. And I'm gonna play Farmer Joe's a breeder. You know, he's gonna be making a lot of plants. A lot of Glorbuses come out. So his special effect is that he can water 2 Glorbs a turn instead of your traditional 1 Glorb. And when you water a Glorb, it flips that card over, turning it into either the item or the creature it's going to be. If it's an item, you can keep the item. Or if it's not an item and is a Glorbus, you have to grow that Glorbus up. And then you're just throwing Glorbuses at each other. The person who takes 6 Glorb hits loses.
I do like the idea of
Somehow I've built.
Well, you know, like how in Pikmin you gotta just toss a bunch of fucking guys.
Yeah.
Big guy.
Yeah.
I like the idea of somehow incorporate. Listen, this is proprietary information, Joe.
This is proprietary information. Whoa, you're right.
I will rest easy tonight knowing that if this shows up on Kickstarter, we can sue somebody.
Hell yeah. Patent pending on the game
Copyright.
mechanics and the naming of Glorbus with you.
You want to know something game related?
Should be draw phase, Glorbus grow phase, the Glorb grow phase. Sorry, not Glorbus grow phase. Main phase 1.
I think that glorbing should also be an action. I think that because I like the aspect of like attaching things to things in a card game. So I think that you have to. I think you can glorb the Glorbuses too.
Of course, yeah. We should design the cards so that way, like. So that way that like the like they're all just art. Oh, that's how you should do it, right? You should design them all so they're art. And then we have half sleeve cards that are just the bottoms.
Ooh.
And then you slap them on the Glorbs to be like, okay, I grow it this way because that's that Glorbus and he's going to have this as well to throw him at it. God,
that combines 2 of my favorite trading card things: full art cards and attaching things.
I love full art cards. I love full that dude. You'd like Digimon, honestly.
Yeah, I think I would. So it started because I remember we were talking about it like when COVID hit, and it like was released right around then. Mm-hmm. So I mean, it was
this. Ooh,
that's cool.
Yeah.
It was nowhere. You know, you couldn't find the cards.
You couldn't find it.
You also couldn't go to stores at the time, so it was kind of crazy.
No, it's been good. I've been living my Digi life. You know. Plus, the guys I play with are just so fucking chill. That's what's really cool about it.
Now I see them in Target. I don't know. I'll check it out. But Lorcana's coming out too, and I have no money.
Lorcana's going to be fucking expensive.
Yeah, seriously.
And it's gonna. I mean, I'm still gonna buy it, and it's gonna be, hard to get because it's gonna be. It appeals to everybody, not just your average TCG player. Unfortunately, well, not unfortunately. It's good. That means hopefully the game gets.
It's just gonna be hard to get, though.
Yeah, it will be. It will
be for a good long time. So
yeah,
I guess there's that.
Mm-hmm. We were able to nerdily talk about TCG for I think a solid 16 minutes. I'm happy with this.
Yeah, I guess this is almost the end of the episode. 2 things. 1, you know, when Shining Fates for Pokemon came out, which was like COVID times, I guess, or it was 2 years ago. I think it was in 2021. The Elite Trainer boxes were $39.99. Now in Target, they're $54.99, and they just
people do unboxings, and
no, but they're just sitting there now. I don't know what's gonna happen. I think they're gonna have to fucking.
I mean, here's the thing, right? The sets will just as soon as a new set comes out, it almost invalidates the old set if the card game is okay. Some sets you still want to hunt for, but like you don't want to buy a whole thing. At that point, most people just buy
I'm saying
cards.
I'm saying just the newest ETBs that are in the stores, not Shining Faith specifically.
Just
they've raised the price that much. And listen, I'll tell you what too. When I was a small boy, Pokemon trading. When I was a kid, you could go into the gas station and get a pack.
The gas station to buy my Pikachu pack.
$2.
Mom said, "Son, please, it's $2. We don't need
any
more shitty cardboard."
And now, actually, my parents were 100% supportive of my Pokemon obsession.
Of course they were. You weren't doing drugs. He ain't doing drugs. Well, actually, that's a bad thing to say, considering I just said all the Digimon TCG players just smoke weed and drink.
Yeah, and eventually I did drugs anyway. But before that, they're $5 now. And the weirdest thing about that is that up until like 2 years ago, they were $3. So most of the inflation of Pokemon cards in my lifetime has happened in like the last 2 years. That's crazy. Also, guess what?
What?
I pre-ordered Psychonauts 2 back in 2020, and it's coming this week.
It's been out. I've played and beat it already.
Not for me.
It's a good game. You're gonna have a good time.
I was waiting for the limited edition. I bought it a long fucking time ago.
What comes with the limited edition?
I don't even remember. I bought it like 4 years ago.
Okay.
So it's going to be a nice surprise. That's all we've got today.
Is it? I wanted to maybe just touch one thing.
What are you going to touch? What are we touching?
Hey! Goodbye, everybody!
Look out for Little Glorbus. Bye.
Little Glorbus coming to
nowhere.
Kickstarter and Patreon near you. Let's kickstart Little Glorbus.
Right after the B song. Bye.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I would totally do that. Seriously.